Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're yet again discussing immigration raids here in the kingdom. And while we haven't had really one of these videos in probably 6 or 8 weeks, there have been developments. I've also been kind of keeping tabs on it. And although specifically there haven't been at least a lot of heavily reported raids, there have been small incidents which I didn't really feel warranted a video unto itself. And so I decided to go ahead and try to kind of save it up, if you will. And some recent events have transpired, which has caused us to go ahead and make this video because there's been quite a bit going on. So in a recent article from Bangkok Post, bangkokpost.com, article is titled "Immigration Crackdown Nets 2,200 in Isan." Quoting directly, Khon Kaen, immigration police have arrested more than 2,200 foreign and Thai suspects for various offenses as part of a crackdown in the Northeast during the past 2 weeks. Teams of officers staged a series of raids, note that resulted in a total of 2,274 arrests between June 1 and June 14. So that's something to keep in mind. This is something that I think should be viewed more as sort of an ongoing endeavor rather than just something that sort of springs up in sort of a one-off situation and then kind of subsides. This is something, and I've said this before, these raids I think are going to continue, and they're going to continue with some degree of frequency. Now, these activities may not have the same level of mainstream publicity that we've seen in the past, most notably because the prior immigration chief seemed more interested in my opinion, in using the press to provide certain deterrence to people who were thinking about committing immigration offenses, and as a result was much more proactive in publicizing these raids. That being said, I don't think that there is any decrease or decline in the frequency or the intensity with which the authorities feel that these raids need to be undertaken. So that's something that should be taken away from this. And again, 2,200 foreign and Thai suspects were arrested. That's not insignificant. Again, this article is entitled "Immigration Crackdown Nets 2,200 in Isan." I urge those watching this video, go ahead and check out that article because there's a lot more in there. They go into some of the breakdowns of what people were arrested for or the charges specifically. I'm not going to get into that in this video. Another article which was published in The Nation, nationmultimedia.com. The article is titled "British Bar Owner in Hua Hin Overstays Visa by 8 Years. Prachap Kirikhan immigration officials have arrested a 50-year-old British expat who overstayed his visa by 2,917 days since his passport expired in June 2011. Yet 2 issues with that, and we made another video on this channel specific to this. The expiration of the passport poses problems of its own in an overstay context. I urge those interested in that, check out that specific video on this channel. But I wanted to bring that up because I just wanted to show that, again, there's been a lot of smaller incidents, and I was going to go ahead and print off a bunch more of them, some of the reports, but I went ahead and decided, just for this video, I think the point is made, which is immigration, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, they take the position that this is much more of a law enforcement matter now, not an administrative function, the immigration matters. And in that sense, they're more proactive about finding folks and basically arresting and deporting them. In the case of some of these folks, it really is, in many ways, rather sad to hear about somebody who's lived here 8 years and clearly had made this place his home being deported. I suspect that's going to be a very disruptive aspect of this person's life. But that being said, you need to remember to maintain your visa status here in the kingdom, because failure to do so can result in an arrest like this. And these deportations now are not just one-off deportations as they were in the past. There were situations where we'd see people deported 8 years ago and they'd be back in the country a couple of weeks later. No, that's not the case anymore. Thailand takes the position that deportees basically committed a crime and they need to be punished for it. That punishment being a blacklisting for a statutorily prescribed period of time. I think moving forward, you're going to see more of this, and exactly how it plays out remains to be seen. But as I stated, I think this should just be viewed as sort of a phenomenon that's just going to continue happening in the days and weeks and probably years into the future, because the immigration apparatus takes this issue specifically very seriously.